not got any matches on Tinder.
You still have Tinder Plus?
Got him! Shit, you got me.
Welcome back. This is Little Entrepreneur, a fresh take on marketing, and we're here to hand you the keys to growing your SoundCloud. I'm Jordan.
I'm Bobby. And this is a shortcut to cloud. Let's get started. So before we get started, full disclosure, we are not rappers. But if we were, my name would be DJ Hummus.
Mine be Young.
It's hard to be a rapper these days though. I mean, it feels like if you don't got a Xanny bar tatted on your face or a lean addiction, you're not getting any clout. Today we're going to be giving you a couple growth hacks you could use to build your SoundCloud up really fast. Now we actually use these same techniques and we got a SoundCloud to over 40,000 in less than a month, and we're going to be showing you how to do it yourself. If you follow along, you'll be able to do the same thing yourself or have an idea of the creativity, the marketing, and the mindset that goes behind pumping up a SoundCloud. These might not be the most ethical ways to get SoundCloud fame, but unless you want a face tattoo of Mother Teresa or change your name to Little Dick, it's the best you're going to get. First up, we have SoundCloud bots. Now these are programs you can buy off the internet. They're pretty cheap, like $20 to $50. What this program does is it takes your SoundCloud and it likes and follows people of similar artists to you. So for example, if you make music like Lil Uzi Vert, you can set this SoundCloud program to go and follow and like people who like Lil Uzi Vert on SoundCloud, right? So it'll go and it'll take all the followers of Lil Uzi Vert and it will set your SoundCloud to follow and like all of their songs. So with this, I found the results to be very slow, but really efficient.
The second tip we have for you today is known as the power repost. So what you're gonna do with this is take some time out every day to follow 40 to 50 rappers that are similar to you, and you're gonna ask them to exchange post for post. So whenever you come out with new content, they'll repost it for you, and vice versa for them as well. And over time, this group of exchanging post for post is gonna grow, and your network's gonna grow and help you to become that rapper that you wanna be and that presence on SoundCloud that you wanna be.
So not only is this an easy growth hack, but it's something that every rapper does. Like even rappers like Lil Uzi and Lil Pump, they're still reposting people because they're getting paid to do it. And it's gonna be an easy way for you to make money. If you got 10,000 followers on SoundCloud, you could charge $50 to $100 for a repost. In the same way, if you don't wanna just hit up people over and over again, you're not getting results, you could pay to get reposts, and the result, it may be more expensive in the short term, but long term, once you get followers, you can start charging for it, so it's worth it in the end. So this next strategy is gonna cost you a little bit of money, but it's gonna be worth it because it's something nobody does and nobody even thinks to do. So what you're going to be doing is hitting up popular artists or semi-popular artists and offering to give them free cover art for a repost or free cover art for a shout out. Now you wouldn't believe how many rappers actually own their own Instagrams. They don't have a manager. They're really easy to reach. And you wouldn't believe how many fucking artists still have trash cover art. Why? They're too fucking lazy, and when they put out a new song, they just want to put it out. They don't want to wait for something. I already know what you're saying. I don't know how to make cover art. Here's what you're gonna do. There's this website called Fiverr. There's another one called Upwork, and it's basically people in India who will do anything for $5. Like that's why it's called Fiverr.
$5.
$5. For $5 you can get anything. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit them up and say, hey, I need this cover art for this artist. I want it to look like this. It's gonna say this. And basically they will make whatever you tell them to. And they're really, really talented, but for them $5 is just like $100 over here.
Money.
So they can do whatever. So, I mean, for $5, that's nothing. So maybe once a week, hit up your favorite artist over and over and over again. Hey, I got some great cover art for you. He's gonna think you're the one making it. And once you give him the cover art, say, thank you, man. Can I get a repost? Can I get a shout out? I appreciate it. Let's reciprocate. Easy networking. You're offering them a skill. They might even hit you up in the future to do more cover art for them since they think you make sick cover art. So before we start this next one, we gotta start with a story. Giving props to the OG marketer, the OG hustler, the OG flexer, Soulja Boy. All right, so back in the day, there used to be this website called LimeWire. I say back in the day because, like, who the fuck knows about LimeWire anymore?
Yeah.
That's kind of old. So back in the day, there's this website called LimeWire, and it's basically where you would download a bunch of songs. Like, you would have to give your computer AIDS to get songs. And so what Soulja Boy would do is he would upload popular songs like 50 Cent's, what's that song?
About being in the club.
In the club, yeah. Like he would upload songs like In the Club, Eminem, whatever the fuck was popular in 2008, 2005 or whatever. And he would put his music over it. So people would go to LimeWire, download In the Club, and then Soulja Boy, it would actually be his song. And people are like, what the fuck? This ain't In the Club. But this shit actually bumps. And Soulja Boy made sure to go, Soulja Boy told him, say his name so people understood that. And once they downloaded that song, they didn't care at the end of it because they actually enjoyed the song. And he got huge clout, he got popular from doing that. So, LimeWire doesn't exist and you can't really trick people like that, but we're gonna show you a way you can do the same thing on SoundCloud.
So with this method, you're basically going to catfish your way to clout. So it's going to require you to spend time every day looking for new albums and new songs coming out from popular artists. And what you're gonna wanna do is, as those albums or songs are released, you wanna change your SoundCloud name to those albums or songs so that thousands of people who are looking for those new content are going to go to your page.
Now, and it doesn't even matter, once they listen to your song, you already have the follow. And over time, when you release new music, it looks way better if you have 10,000 followers than if you have 100. That effect for sure is part of it, the snowball effect. The advanced technique, and this is the one that actually brought us to over 40,000 followers. So you can change your name to the album of something or create a playlist. As soon as Migos releases their next album, releases their name on Twitter, the name of the next album on Twitter, you could change your SoundCloud to that. But one step above is actually changing your SoundCloud to an artist's name and then switching it back once you have all the followers. Now, how do you do that? Because obviously their name is already taken. Now, we figured out a really good growth hack to this. All right, so here's what you're gonna do. Find a rapper that has an I in their name. Make it all capital and change the I to a lowercase l. Now, when you spell out their name, you can have their handle and it looks like yours. So here's what we did with Gucci Mane. With Gucci Mane's name and turned the I into an L. Then we made the whole thing capital except for the I, so it looked just like his name, except there was an I in it. So SoundCloud still, except there was an L in it. Fuck! Except there was an L in it. Except there was an L in it. Except there was an L in it. So SoundCloud actually let us use it. Now, this just happened to be really good timing. We just randomly chose Gucci Mane, but his new album, Mr. Davis, just got announced. So we also changed the picture to the Mr. Davis photo, and then put a playlist up there for Mr. Davis, and we got tons and tons and tons of new followers within days. I'm talking 40,000 followers. So I mean, this is a really fucked up way to do it, but just change your name after. I mean, these are things, people buy SoundCloud accounts for $500, $1,000 every day. Why waste the money? Just do something like this and then churn your account around and you're gonna get tons and tons of new followers from following these rules. These tips wisely. We have big love for the hip hop community. I mean, you could make anything, you could come from nothing and you can make it within a week, but you gotta have that viral mentality. And I know it's easy to look at all these new rappers coming out as whack. Lil Pump, he's garbage, or, Lil Xan, all these people. But what they have is, marketability, creativity, and virality. And, that's all you need to know. I mean, you don't gotta get a big 69 headed on your face like Tekashi. But you gotta have that mentality that whatever you do, does it have the ability to go viral? To be 100 times, 1,000 times. And if you have that mentality, you can get anything done. So just follow this creative marketing tips. If you like this, subscribe, leave a comment with your SoundCloud handle. We'll take a look. See you next week.